Hello, good afternoon. It says live. I'm assuming it's live. I'm hoping it's live. I've started a live, but then I got a message to say that there's not enough signal. So hopefully this is going to get through. It says live. Let's just go ahead as though we are live. Ah, we must be live because there's two people. Hello, Rob. And I can't see who the other person is. It's too much sunshine. That's never something that I thought I would ever say. So, good afternoon. It is May the 3rd, day 3 of my 30-day challenge. Excuse me while I'm rustling my bag. Right on cue, Lola has delivered what only Lola can deliver on a Lola walk. So it's kind of something that I've got to deal with. So if I've got to deal with it, you've got to deal with it too. I must talk to her about her timing. She managed to do it just as I'd started my live. Wonderful. So yeah, day 3. You might think it's the same day, just an extra extended live from yesterday because I'm wearing the same outfit. I'm wearing the same coat and the same hat because, come on through the gate, good girl. Because when I left the house 10 minutes ago, it came over really dark and really cloudy and it started to rain. So yesterday we didn't have any rain, but we were promised showers today, so I put my coat on and my hat and I'm ready. And then 10 minutes on my walk, Lola, come on, it stopped raining and the sun's come out, as you can see by the quality of the video. Yes, so day 3 of my 30-day challenge. I'm learning more and more about doing lives, Facebook lives that is, not lives as in lives in general. I'm having quality conversations with people about all manner of topics to do with mental health, to do with physical and mental fitness, with how people are changing their lives through physical activity and through changing things that they do on a daily basis. I'm just going to take a seat because I want to talk to you one-on-one. I hope you can see me okay and you can hear me. There is quite a busy road just behind the camera, but I'm hoping that you are still able to pick up what I'm saying. Yeah, I've had a couple of conversations that have struck a chord, shall we say, not just with me, but also with the people that I've had the conversations with, not necessarily around mental health, but with regards to my other part of my challenge, which is for the British Heart Foundation and raising money for their much needed research into heart health and heart issues. So yeah, it was quite an interesting couple of conversations I had, quite humbling as well. People have donated money, which I'm absolutely grateful for, and yeah, it just makes you think, makes you have a long, serious conversation internally, that conversation in your head. Yeah, so yesterday I spoke about having a conversation with somebody and talking to somebody if you need to have that conversation, and I just wonder if, when there isn't somebody there to have that conversation with, what do you do? Do you have that conversation with yourself? I know I do, and until a few months or even a year or so ago, those conversations wouldn't go particularly well, and I just wonder if you do have conversations with yourself when there's somebody that you want to talk to isn't around, or there's nobody around to talk to. Go and get your body. Go and get it. Sorry. Yeah, so when you have that conversation in your head and it turns into a conversation that's not particularly helpful or healthy or positive, that can do as much damage, if you like. I don't want to use that word, but I can't think of something else as a descriptive. But it can have negative consequences on your outlook and your thoughts and potentially your actions as well. I was fortunate enough to go on some training courses which made me look at my thoughts differently, to the point that thoughts are just thoughts. They are transient. They come, and if you don't react to them, and if you just not necessarily ignore them, because ignoring thoughts is quite difficult to do, it's quite tricky, but if you let them go, then it will have a different outcome to if you react to those thoughts. Now, I'll give you an example. If you are driving a car and somebody cuts you up or is aggressive towards you driving along, the first thing is you don't know what's going through their mind, you don't know what's going on in their life, you don't know if there's an emergency and they need to get somewhere in a hurry, that's why they're driving erratically. So by you thinking or you acting on your thoughts about what's going on with that other driver, you know, are they having a bad day, are they just an a-hole, do they really not know how to drive? It's all those thoughts that are going through your head, and if you react to that, if you then think they are a really bad driver, they are an a-hole, and I'm going to get them back because I can, then you're reacting to those thoughts in a negative way. Let me switch it around. If somebody cuts you up and you're driving along, somebody cuts you up and you let it go, you go, oh well, they obviously want to get in front of me, or they want to go to their destination quicker than I'm driving to their possible destination because I could be in their way or whatever. Let it go, they've got past me, they're on their way. Now, that turning that thought or that reaction into a positive, because they've got one space in the traffic closer to their destination than they were when they were behind me, and letting it go, and you take a deep breath and you move on. And that's really easy for somebody to say that is able to do that. But the point I'm trying to get across is the same incident, being cut up in traffic or on the road or whatever, could have two outcomes because of two different ways that you can deal with it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's all linked to thought. So think about how you react to a situation and to your thoughts about that situation. You just want to play with your ballie, don't you? I've stopped and Lola is sat here squeaking her ball because she wants me to throw it, and I'm trying to have a conversation with you guys. It is quite a serious topic, and bless her, Lola is doing her best to change it into a different conversation, a different topic. She's trying to make it really happy. So I'm going to bend down to pick her ballie up. Ready? Can you go get it? Go get it. Right. Now that I've thrown her ball, she's going to be pestering me now to carry on throwing it. But you see, that's my perception of her wanting to play ball, is that she's going to pester me. She doesn't have an ulterior motive, she just wants to play. It's my interpretation that she's pestering me because I'm trying to do something else. And people can liken that to having children, because at the end of the day Lola is like a child. She's dependent on me for food, for exercise, for fun, for play. So sometimes when a child demands attention, there she is. Can you see her? There she is. Dedication and concentration. Look at it. Yeah, so when a child or when an animal wants your attention, they have no ulterior motive. Only as an adult we change our perceptions, and we change things to ulterior motives. So sometimes when we do something, it's not necessarily to benefit somebody else, it might be to benefit us because we have an ulterior motive. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, think before you act, and try to make a difference in somebody else's life. I spoke about this with you guys yesterday, about having a conversation with somebody in the street, just saying hello, smiling, nodding, acknowledging them. You don't have to have a full-on conversation about what you had for dinner last night, or where you're going on holiday this year, or whatever. Just acknowledge somebody and have the thought about how that could change your life as well as somebody else's life. Because if you let that driver go, they may be thinking, oh, thank God I got past that guy, I'm going to get to my emergency quicker. Because you don't know what's going on in that other driver's mind and that other driver's head, you can't just assume that they've got the hump because they're stuck behind you. Again, that's just my perception that somebody is stuck behind me. Once you've got into that mindset of changing how you see things, how you think about things, and how you perceive things, your life, or certainly my life, has changed a lot. I used to be Mr. Aggressive Driver. Some people still say that I am Mr. Aggressive Driver, but I'm a damn sight better than I once was. And I think I'm better in general, with life in general as well. Yeah. I think I am, and a couple of friends have said to me that I am. In fact, quite a few friends have said that I am. So, I'd like to say thank you to everybody that has watched my lives or watched my reruns or repeats or reposts or reblogs. Like, I don't know what the term is. I'm learning very quickly. If you are watching this on a rerun, can you hashtag rerun? If you know what hashtag is. If you don't, then don't worry about it. Just put rerun in the comments so I know that you've watched it as a rerun rather than you watching me live. I'd like to thank everybody that has supported me either financially through my BHF fundraising page, which is the link in the description above, or through conversation, through a text message, through a private direct message, or through comments on my page, or onto the messages on these lives. The support that I've had from you guys has been absolutely amazing. I'm overwhelmed, I'm humbled by all the comments of support that you guys have sent me. It's amazing, I love it. And I didn't do it for that. But your messages of support are really helping. If anybody knows how to overcome shin splints, please message me. Having done 4 miles of my 5 miles today already this morning, I posted that on my Facebook news feed, a link to my route. I am struggling with shin splints, so if anybody has a fantastic quick remedy for shin splints, please message me desperately. However, I'm going to continue to do my 5 miles a day because it's changing more than just my mental health. It's changing my physical health as well. I'm sleeping, I know this is only day 3, but I'm sleeping better. And I'm feeling more energized. Now, I've obviously got a dog, a Lola. You've seen her a couple of times. Friends will know her greatly. And I usually go out twice a day with Lola, but that's generally just round the corner to the playing fields where I do 2 or maybe 3 or 4 laps. We take her ball. She has a good run, she needs to do what she does, and we walk back home with her tongue hanging out because she's panting, because she's done a lot of running, and I feel that I've done enough for her exercise. However, I don't think it's enough, and doing this 5 miles a day has made me think about things differently, because I used to do maybe 2 miles a day, maybe 3 if we went on an extended walk. But in preparation for this month, I've done some some very long walks for me. In the 2 weeks previous to the 1st of May, I've done 2 10-mile walks. Now, both nearly killed me. They didn't kill me, but I was extremely knackered. So, you know, for me to do 5 miles a day has been a struggle. And my whole point about it is, for somebody that is not in a positive mental health state, doing 5 minutes walking is an incredible chore, an incredible task. So to walk for an hour and 40 minutes, which is currently what it's taking me to walk 5 miles a day, for somebody that's not mentally strong would be, it would be like trying to run to the moon and back. So I get that, I totally get that. But it's helping me physically as well as mentally. Lola, what are you doing over there? She's on the edge of the riverbank eating grass because it's nearly dinner time. She must be hungry. I don't know where her ball is. Her ball's disappeared. I hope she hasn't dropped it in the river, because I'm not going swimming for it. Lola, where's your ballie? Oh, you've got it. Good girl. Good girlie. Should we go across the bridge? Yeah? Come on then, get your ball. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, for sending messages of support, and for supporting the British Heart Foundation financially as well. Thank you to everybody that has contributed to enable me to have conversations with you. I obviously don't go into too much details, and I certainly won't give any names of anybody that I've had conversations with, because that's personal to them, and I don't want to betray that by sharing it with you guys. Hi.
Cheers.
Have a good one. So yeah, I will share snippets of information, or I will use some of the content of those conversations as a prompt for me to have conversations with you guys. So love you lots. Thanks for watching. Ooh, there's some big black doggies, and I will catch you soon.